Hello, I'm Jen Young, and I'm a teacher here at Bhakti. I wanted to just share with you how you can stabilize your shoulders when you're transitioning in your sun salutations from a plank position or high push-up position towards the floor. So this is a common thing that I see is that they have a little bit of a challenge trying to figure out the shoulder positioning so that they can come down nice and stable and with control. So a lot of times what I'll see, and even if they're starting on the knees, what I'll often see is what I call the belly flop, where the belly comes down and your shoulders are all up in your ears, and then you just kind of collapse to the floor. Pretty common, and I find that what helps is even if you're starting on your knees, you want your shoulders to come in front of your fingers. And then check in with the shoulder blades. Notice if they're collapsed together. So what that looks like if I were standing would be like this. You want the shoulders to be spreading apart. So you're pushing the hands forward. So you can see that my armpits are kind of wrapping around me. I've got this little hollow I could put my fist in there, as opposed to having them back like this. And that will help engage the chest, which then creates more stability for the shoulders. So you have the shoulders come in front of the fingers, but keep pushing the floor away from you. And then the other piece is the pelvis. So if your hips are tilting back like this when you come down, your hips are already going to start to kind of drop. So you want to scoop the sit bones, so the bottom part of your pelvis, slightly forward, almost like you're wanting to go into a cat pose, like this. And then that way when your shoulders come forward, your hips are forward, chest muscles are active, then you can bring your elbows under you and there are breaks to come down to the floor. So if you're newer to yoga, you might just practice that from the knees, pushing the sit bones under so it feels like you're rounding the back. Make sure the shoulders aren't collapsing, but you're pushing your armpits down towards the floor, and let the shoulders come in front of the fingers as opposed to being over the hands. So that way you have that 90 come down. Plank, and this is where this really starts to show up. I'll show you the belly flap version. The hips tend to push forward, the shoulders tend to collapse, and then we kind of just melt down. As opposed to sit bones, pushing forward, shoulders coming in front of the fingers, and then elbows under the body. And then you can kind of hang here. Maybe you come all the way to the floor. And so we'll try that one more time from plank. Sit bones push forward. Keep pushing the floor away from you so you're active in your armpits, so you're not sagging. Shoulders in front of the fingers, elbows in to come down. You can just come all the way to the floor. So we'd love to hear from you. Please feel free to comment. Let me know if this was helpful to you. We are here live pretty much 3 times a day now, so check us out. And we'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful day.